What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. So today we're going to talk about what is the best deck in Lost Origins right now. We have three big tournaments that have happened so far with Lost Origins. We've had Peoria in Illinois, won by Tor Redcliffe. We had Salt Lake City, won by Hale, and regionals in Lily, won by Fabio. So we start looking at these results and we're wondering, okay, what exactly is the best deck we have here? Tord with his Lost Zone box decks, right? Pretty good, just single price deck. You got Radiant Charge, or their attack. Chorus can, manipulate the top cards of your deck and stuff like that. Or not top cards deck, top 5 cards, and, manipulate your Lost Zone and stuff like that. Cramped attack, Charge attack, Sable attack. We've seen this deck before, right? Palkia Telion got second, with Calvin. Very good player. And in this one, we actually have Palkia getting 3 top 8s. We actually have Kyron Palkia, probably the surprise deck of that tournament at the time, getting 3rd and 4th. Lost Zone Box getting 7th, and Reggie, Jesus Zark getting 8th? And then the first Reggie was actually in 9th place with Kid Stark. So we saw a pretty interesting meta there, right? And then we go to Salt Lake City. Now, Salt Lake City was flooded by Reggies. Reggies came out and said, hey, we're going to get 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, right? We're going to come 4th through 7th. We're going to bump from top 8 to 4th through 7th. And we're going to actually have a really interesting result that we haven't seen anywhere else. And we're going to have RCS decks. 2 of them get 1st and 2nd. Now, I think this is because of the meta. The meta was all heavy Reggies, and this was a time for RC's shine. You have RC's Gudra. Gudra has, protection, saying, you know what? I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to take 80 less damage. Your Regigigas aren't going to do too much, blah, 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 right? Gardevoir doesn't matter because it's only V. We look at the RC Flying Pikachu, of course. With Flying Pikachu VMAX, you can't be heard about base Pokemon. Once again, all Reggies are base Pokemon, so this is great. We had Nick Moffitt, who made 3rd place with his Giratina Lost Box deck. I think he played against Caleb Rudge in the top 8, which would make sense why he won his match going to top 4. I don't know 100% sure. I wish they had the top 8 cuts on here. But pretty much the Reggies beat each other. No, one of them had to lose. Yeah. So these 2 lost, probably beat one of these guys, right? And then this one, right? That's all right. Yeah. That's true. True. So yeah, Giratina probably beat Palkia, most likely. And then the Reggies got beat by Arceus Gudra and Arceus Flying Pikachu. And then the Reggies just beat up each other. Like Azul said, he can't lose to Grant. So he beat them. And then we had him losing to Hell in top 4. So Arceus came in there with the meta game saying, hey, I'm going to counter the Reggies. We're good to go, stuff like that. Palkia and Telion still make a top 8, but definitely did not have a good matchup against the top 8 field. Especially Arceus Gudra is probably a bad matchup. Really bad matchup, so. Yep. So let's go to what happened this past weekend, because that's where we care about. And you see, once again, the meta has shifted. We no longer have seen good old Reggie. Reggie disappeared. Now, I think maybe more so because Reggie's is an American more so deck. I think you had more Americans playing Reggie's overall. Maybe I'm just kind of throwing it out there. I've seen more Americans playing it. But we do see Mew VMAX all of a sudden had made a 1st place finish. If we look at the other ones, we have Mew in top 16. And then in Peoria, it also got top 16. So it got back-to-back top 16s. And all of a sudden it snuck in there. And I don't know what changed to make it win. Some people say because JPon wasn't in there, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that's exactly what it is. I probably think there's less Reggies, which is definitely probably helpful. I did win in the finals against Blissey. Once again, Blissey, I don't think it was anybody's radar, but Blissey was a good counter. If you look at top 4, or top, we go down top 8, we have Palkia, Kyron Palkia. That's probably a bad matchup, but Palkia and Telion's probably a good matchup. Arceus Giratina's probably a good matchup. Giratina's probably a good matchup because they have to discard so much stuff to knock out the Blissey, right? And I don't think, all the little baby lost on Pokemon really matter. So I think Blissey was in a good spot because it countered the Palkias and it countered the Giratinas. And then we see Jamie getting 2nd place with that. So that's fantastic. Now, I think Jamie's actually said he was scared of Giratina. I don't know. I think it's probably a good matchup, but I could be wrong. It could be. But I think it's an okay matchup. So, but regardless, Palkia is his friend. He beat Palkia. Your bench is limited. So again, we counted the meta, right? Ballisti's counted the meta. You have the Guillotine Lost Zone deck with Nico getting their top 4. I'm not sure who he played against. I don't know this Fallout as well as the other ones that I do, the Americans ones. I don't know how top 8 went here, but we do once again have 2 Palkias, and we just have 2 Guillotine Lost Zone box, and we have 1 Arceus Guillotine, which is the one of that we've seen, and once we have Kira Palkia stick around. I don't think in Salt Lake City we had any Kyra Palkia, but one thing that we have over and over again is Palkia Inteleon. Palkia Inteleon is in every single top 8, which is pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. It's in every single top 8. That's pretty good. Also, Guillotine Lost Zone box is in every top 8. There's 2 here, and there is 1 here, and there is 1 here. So it is making it everywhere. Now, the interesting thing about all this results, and this might just me just talk about random stuff that nobody cares about, but when you look into a spreadsheet, right, you start looking at the spreadsheet, you have Palkia that had 6 top 8 placements. So that means, technically, Palkia is probably the best deck at regionals, right? If you want to make it a top 8, your best bet is to play Palkia, right? It's good. It's made every single top 8. It's done fantastic. It does what it wants. Also, if you second place deck, it's probably Guillotine Lost Zone box, right? I would 100% agree with that. It also, highest placement is 3rd. Palkia got 2nd as the highest placement. I think, like I said, it lost to a Lost Zone box deck. Once again, it did counter the Palkias, so if Palkia Inteleon comes back, well, Lost Zone box could maybe make a comeback. Also, we have Gigas. Gigas, I think it fluctuates depending on where you are. There is a very good America team that has been playing Regigigas, so take it as what you what you want. I think Regigigas is probably lower on the radar, right, as a good deck. But also, Kyurem has been there 3 times. Kyurem has pretty much made it best 2 out of 3 times. It didn't make it to Salt Lake City, which is unfortunate. It did make 15th. If that counts for anything, I don't think it does. But it is in there. I think also, take what you want. I think Kira Palkia has been the most played deck overall. I could be wrong. Maybe this changed up last weekend with Lily. I haven't seen the numbers, so I don't know that exactly. But I know the past 2 weeks, it was definitely number 1. It was number 1 in Peoria, and a 2nd in Salt Lake City, while Giratina Toolbox was number 1. So, is it that good of a deck? I don't think so. I don't think Kyurem was that good of a deck. I think it was just heavily played. Now, the really, really interesting thing about all this is when you start looking at the decks that won. You have Lost Zone box, which is the winner. You have Mew VMAX, which is the winner. And Arceus Guzu, which is the winner. It seems like, you have your good decks, right? You have Palkia, Giratina Lost Box, Reggie's, sure, we'll say Reggie's a good deck, and we'll say Kyurem is a good deck, right? The question is, can your deck beat these 4, right? And if your deck can beat these 4, then you have the deck that can win the tournament. And I think that deck that can safely do this over and over again is actually Arceus Guja. I think Arceus Guja is still positioned to be probably the best deck going to Salt Lake City. Going forward in Lost Origins. And the reason why I say this is because, Palkia, you control your bench and stuff like that. Guillotine Lost Box, you can play, they can't really do too much damage because you're, negating damage. They can do 280, but they have to keep, discarding energies over and over again. So I think with that, they're not going to be able to beat you. You have the high potions and the Gardevoirs and stuff like that. So that's really good. Gigas, they're going to do minus damage. Kyurem is maybe, your worst matchup. And that's only if they get the Kyurem powered up. Kyurem has to constantly keep doing its thing, where it's constantly refilling itself up and taking knockouts. It's probably your worst matchup. Take it as what it is, but you still beat the other 3 best decks, quote unquote, right? Mew VMAX, I think it can easily be Palkia. It probably struggles really bad against Giratina Lost Box, especially if Giratina Lost Box starts playing Drapion back in their decks, because all it takes is Drapion take a knockout, and Giratina uses its V-Star power to take a knockout, and that's 6 price cards, and you win. So I think it will struggle against that. Gigas is hard to play too, against 2. The thing about Gigas, though, is online, you're not going to see those results, because Gigas doesn't have gift energy. It's bugged, so you can't see that. But I think it is probably still lose that deck, though. I will tell you that. I think it loses the deck. And Mew VMAX, I think it's like a weird 50-50 against Kyurem, like, because, you know, the Mews can easily knock out the Palkia, stuff like that, and Echo Horn them and stuff like that, so, I'm thinking what it is, but you're like 50-50, right? Palkia, Kyurem, you're gonna beat Palkia, you're gonna maybe beat Kyurem, but you're definitely gonna probably lose the other two decks, so Mew is probably not that good of a deck, it just got lucky, and Lily, as you see, it played Palkia, right? It played Palkia. I'm pretty sure it played Palkia. It played Blissey. I think that Jamie beat... did you beat Nico? Or did Fabio beat Nico? Maybe Fabio beat Nico. But I think Nico wasn't playing... Nico wasn't playing Drapion. So I think if he did lose to that, then that's the fix. I think he actually did. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it, I think Fabio did beat Nico. So, and I think Jamie beat Owen 2-0. So, pretty confident in that now. Yeah. So, maybe Mew, like I said, but also take out as we want because Nico's not playing Drapion. So, I think without Drapion, the matchup becomes like really wonky and stuff. So, let's talk about Arceus Guja. We talked about Arceus Guja, right? You beat Palkia, you beat Giratina, you beat... Oh, what happened there? You beat Giratina, you beat Regis, and you beat Kyurem. Maybe. Kyurem's probably your worst matchup. And then that's your three winners. That's your three winners so far. But let's look at everybody else. Palkia, I think it's like 50-50 against Giratina. It's a weird matchup for sure. You lose to Regigigas, and you probably beat Kyurem, right? You're faster and stuff like that, and blah, blah. Regis is going to beat Palkia. Gonna maybe beat Giratina Lost Box and beats Kyurem. So if you have just the four, right? If you have just these fours, I 100% think Regigigas is the play, right? If you're talking about that. But if you're looking to win, I think Arceus Guja is a play, but I think you have worse matchups. But you do beat the big four. That's pretty cool, right? So yeah. But I think if you want to make top 8, I think Palkia is the play. But the question is, what is the best deck? And I still think the best deck is Arceus Guja. I think it's really good. I think it's really has answers to the big four. Palkia, Giratina, Regigigas, Kyurem. I think those are the best 4 decks. Outside of that, we have Arceus Flying Pikachu. It beats Palkia. I don't think it beats Giratina Lost Box that well. I think it can beat it, but I don't think it's that good. It beats Regigigas, and I don't think it beats Kyurem. So you have 2 bad matchups in there. Zoroark, it beats Palkia. It probably beats Giratina. They do have like single price Pokemon, but they have so many. You lose to Gigas and you beat Kyurem, I'm pretty sure. I haven't tested that matchup, but I think Zoroark beats Kyurem. So you have 1 loss in there, but Zoroark hasn't done well. It's only made 1 top 8, so take it as what you want. Blissey, it beats Palkia, beats Giratina. I think it does, but I think, what was it, Jamie said it doesn't, so we'll take it as word. I'd say it doesn't. Does it beat Gigas? That is an interesting question, Josh. I don't think Blissey beats Regigigas. I'm going to say no, and Blissey does not beat Kyurem. I think Blissey got lucky because it played against a bunch of Palkias once again, so take it as we want. And Arceus Giratina is an interesting deck. Let's look at the Arceus Giratina deck. Is there anything special in here that we don't know about? So it kind of reminds me of it kind of reminds me of good old Guja, just a little bit. But I mean, I guess you're playing all the Path of the Peak and stuff like that. But do I think the deck is the best? I don't know. I don't think he'd beat Gigas still. I think Gigas is probably a really hard matchup, right? So I don't see how he beat Gigas. So you look at that Arceus Giratina. I think you beat Palkia, probably, right? You probably beat Palkia, right? Giratina Lost on Box is interesting, but I don't think you beat it consistently. It's probably like 50-50. Gigas you lose to. And I'm pretty sure Kyurem you maybe just lose to. Because they can play with Wash Energy and stuff like that. This deck doesn't play any way to get rid of Wash Energy, which is like really bad for this deck. Because you can't... Oh, actually, no. Because Arceus Giratina is just like attacking. Like 280, 280, 280, 280. So I don't think it beats Kyurem either. So you're going to lose to the big four, right? You can maybe Palkia up the other 3. I can't see it happening, unfortunately. So, yeah, once again, I think Arceus Guja is the best deck. I think this is 100% the best deck. You're going to argue with me and tell me what you think. I think if you want to make top 8, Palkia is the play. If you're looking to just play the top big 4 decks, then I think Gigas is the play. There's a lot of things to think about here. So, if you're trying to beat the top 4, Magic Gigas is the play. If you're looking for the most consistent top 8, Pop Gigas play. If you're looking for the best deck in the field, Arceus is good to play. So, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. There's a little bit of breakdown. I thought it was interesting to share some data because I don't think anybody's really talked about this. It showed like what decks are the best right now, what decks you make top 8, what decks can count in the meta, and stuff like that. What can come out of it, I don't know coming forward. I don't even know if there's any more tournaments for Lost Origins. Because I think the next IC, I don't even know if it plays this or not. I don't know if there's any more tournaments coming up with Lost Origins, but I know we don't have any in America for a long time, and I thought it would just be interesting to take a second, just look at the best decks, talk about what I think is the best decks, and then go from here. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Just a quick little video of me talk about the different decks. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm happy to hear what you think the best deck is. Let me know down below. Alrighty guys, bye.